Hello guys, welcome to Creative Learning with Aru and Athar. In this lecture series, we are practicing Olympiad question from class 4th. Today is day number 8 of that series. So let's get started. So this is the first question of the day, and the question states that the table below shows the points scored by Kevin and Adam in 4 games of bowling. This is a table. Here's a table given, and Kevin and Adam are two players who are playing the game, and these are 4 games they have played, and in each game their points are given. So in first game, Kevin scored 82, Adam scored 52, 82 and 54. In second game, Kevin points are unknown to us and Adam scored 86. In third game, Kevin points are 72 and Adam points are 80. In fourth game, Kevin points are 90 and Adam points are 84. And the total points for Kevin is unknown because we don't know the second game points. So the question is, if Kevin scored 22 points less than Adam in the second game. So for the second game, for which we don't know the points for Kevin, it is given that Kevin scored 22 points less than Adam. So points scored by Adam is equal to 86, as we can see here. Points scored by Kevin and by Adam is 86, and points scored by Kevin would be equal to will be equal to 22 less than that. So 86 minus 22, this will be equal to 6 minus 2 4, 8 minus 2 6, 64 points. So 64 points will be scored by Kevin in the second game. Then how many more points did Kevin score than Adam in all the 4 games played? So it is asked that what is the how many more points is scored by Kevin than Adam. So in order to check that, we already know Adam scored 304 points, but how many points did Kevin score? We have to take the summation of all these values. So let's take the summation to calculate. So 82, 64, 72, 90. Let's add all these values. So this is 4 to 6 to 8, 308. So this value is 308. So as we can clearly see here, Kevin scored 4 more points than Adam in all the 4 games that were played. So the answer for this question, as according to question, it is how many more points was scored by Kevin. So how many more points were scored? 4 more points were scored by Kevin than Adam in all the 4 games that were played between them. Let's take a look at question number 2. In this question, we are given 3 statements. The first statement is weight of 2 dolls and 1 apple is 200 grams. Weight of 1 doll and 1 car is 160 grams. And the third statement is weight of 2 cars and 1 doll is 240 grams. We have to find the total weight of 1 apple, 1 doll and 1 car. So how do we solve this question? Consider this third statement. It is given that weight of 2 cars, so we can write it as like 1 car and another car and a doll. This is 2 cars and 1 doll. Weight is given as 240 grams. And from statement number 2, we can see that weight of 1 doll and weight of 1 car is 160 grams. So if you consider these 2 statements, we can say that the weight of car will be equal to 240 minus 160, because here 1 car and 1 doll was there. We have added 1 more car. Earlier there was only 1 car and 1 doll was there, and the weight was 160. When we added another car in this, then the weight increased to 240. So if we remove that car, or if we take the subtraction of this, we'll get the weight of car. So the extra weight that was added will be equal to the weight of car. So that we can calculate as 240 minus 160. This will be equal to 80 grams. So weight of car, we now know it is equal to 80 grams. What about the weight of doll? From second statement, we know the weight of car and weight of doll is 160. Now we know the weight of car is 80 grams. So we can easily calculate the weight of doll will be equal to 160 minus 80. So this will be equal to 80 grams. So the weight of doll is 80 grams. So now we know that. Now consider first statement. First statement says that weight of 2 dolls and 1 apple is 200 grams. So 2 dolls and 1 apple weight is 200 grams. So 2 dolls weight will be equal to 2 into 80 plus apple weight, 1 apple weight equal to 200. So we can get the weight of apple 200 minus 160. This will be equal to 40 grams. So we now have the weight of apple also. So weight of apple is 40 grams, weight of doll is 80 grams, and weight of car is also 80 grams. So now we have to calculate from the question total weight of 1 apple, 1 doll and 1 car. So total weight will be equal to, we take the individual values and sum them. So 80 plus 40. So 1 car, 1 doll and 1 apple weight we have added. This will be equal to 200 grams, and this will be the answer for this question. Let's take a look at question number 3. In this question, we are given that which of the following is correct. So we are given four options A, B, C and D, in which 4 comparisons are done, and we have to find which of this comparison is correct. Do read the question very carefully, because sometimes in questions it is asked that which of the following option is incorrect, but so we have to read the question very carefully. In this question it is asked which of the following is correct, so we have to find the correct statement. Before we proceed with the question, let's understand what is like fraction and what is unlike fraction. Like fractions are those fractions in which the denominators are equal, and unlike fractions are those fractions in which the denominators are not equal. Like for example, if you consider option number B, the denominators are not, and the denominators are equal. So this is like fractions. 4 by 23 and 7 by 23. These are like fractions. Similarly, 7 by 9 is also here. The option C is also the similar kind of comparison, 7 by 9 and 7 by 9, but this is actually equal. So this statement is obviously wrong, because these two are equal, so and greater than symbol is given, so we can simply ignore this option. But let's consider option number B. In case of like fractions, when the denominator is equal, the property is the fraction with the greater numerator will be greater. So like this, if the numerator, this is the numerator, this is the denominator, denominators are same, so in this case 7 is greater than 4, so 7 by 23 will be greater than 4 by 23, or we can say 4 by 23 will be less than 7 by 23, right? So this fraction will be less than this. So, and in the option it is given as 4 by 23 is greater than 7 by 23, which is wrong. So this option is also wrong. Now in the option number A and option number D, let's write them down. Option number A is 1 by 8, 1 by 13, and option number D is 1 by 100, let's write here, and 1 by 2. Here in this case, in case of unlike fractions, the denominators are not equal, so we have to either we can make the denominators equal, that's one way, but there is one more property with unlike fraction that you can know, and which states that in case the in unlike fraction, if the numerators are equal, then in that case the fraction with the greater denominator will be less, will be smaller. So here in this case 1 by 13 and 1 by 8 both have the same numerator, but denominators are different, and in this case 13 is greater than 8, so 1 by 13 will be less than 1 by 8, or we can say 1 by 8 will be greater than 1 by 13. But how do we get to this? So let's check. We have to take the to make the denominator same, we have to take the LCM for 13 and 8, which will be equal to 104. 13 and 8 LCM will be 104. So what we will do, we will multiply this fraction 1 by 8 by 13 to make the denominators as same, and here 1 by 13 will multiply by 8, multiply and divide by 8. So here we will get 13 by 104, and here we will get, sorry, this was 13, here we will get 8 by 104. So as you can see, this was 1 by 8 which we have made like this, and 1 by 13 after making the denominators equal, we can see this is 13 by 104 and this is 8 by 104. So this is obviously greater than. So in case of unlike fractions, if the denominators are not equal and the numerators are equal, then the fraction with the greater denominator will be less, will be smaller. So this satisfies this. We can see also how this property holds. So this statement is also wrong. So the remaining statement will be fine. So D will be the correct fraction comparison. But how is it so? Here, as we read earlier also in the unlike fraction property, right now, this denominator is greater. So this fraction will be less, and that was it is mentioned. Also, if you want to check, you can check the LCM for 2 and 100 will be 100. So you can make this 100 by let's multiply this by 100 and 100 and by this 2 and 2. So this will be equal to 2 by 200 and this is 100 by 200. So the denominators are now equal and 2 by 200 will be less than 100 by 200 because the denominators are same. So the numerator 100 is bigger than 2. So this fraction 100 by 200 will be greater than 2 by 200. So the correct option is D. So we have to remember these properties very carefully to solve this comparison. Let's take a look at question number 4. In this question involves the addition of mixed fraction. We have to find the sum of these three mixed fractions. So first we will convert these mixed fractions into improper fractions and then we will add them. So how we will convert this mixed fraction? We multiply these two numbers and then add this. So 4 times 2 is 8 plus 3 11. So 11 by 4 plus 8 times 1 is 8 plus 5 13 by 8 plus 8 times 2 is 16. 16 plus 3 is 19 by 8. Now we have to make the denominators same. So we will multiply this fraction by 2 and we have to divide it by 2 also. So this will be equal to 22 by 8 plus 13 by 8 plus 19 by 8. So this will be equal to 8 and this will be equal to 22 plus 13 is 35, then 45, 9, 54 by 8. And 8 times 6 is 54 and this will be 6 by 8. We will just converting back it to mixed form. So and we can simplify it also. So 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 4 is 8. So the answer for this question would be 6 whole 3 by 4. Let's take a look at the final question of the day. This question, in this question, there is a matrix is given. We can say matrix or we can say a table, two-dimensional table is given in which there are rows. This is first row, this is second row, this is third row, and columns are given. First column, second column, third column, fourth column, and in each cell we have a symbol like a circle, triangle, square, and diamond shape, and then there is a number given at the end. So we can think of it like all of these adds up to 210. Similarly, 2 triangle and 1 diamond adds up to 220. In the similar way, we can take the row form also, like a circle, triangle, square, and diamond adds up to 310. Now in this question, we have to find the value of circle, triangle, square, and diamond. We need to calculate all of these symbols value individually. What does each of these individual value are? So we have to find all of these values. How do we proceed this question? How do we solve this question? Let's check the first column. This is the first column and this is the first row. In the first row, it is given that there is a circle, then there is a triangle, then there is a square, and then there is a diamond shape. And this is all equal to 310. And if you check the first column, then circle, triangle, and square. Circle, triangle, and square is equal to 210. So in place of these three, we can write 210 plus diamond shape, which will be equal to 310. So if you subtract from 310, the 210 will get the value of diamond shape. So diamond shape value is 100. So now we know the value for this diamond, which is equal to 100. Okay, now let's take a look at second column. Let's take a look at second column. If you take a look at second column, we are given that 2 triangles plus a single diamond is equal to 220. We have calculated the value for diamond. So what will be the value for triangle? 2 triangles. two triangles plus 100 will be equal to 220. So the value for two triangles will be equal to 220 minus 100. It will be equal to 120. So the value of one triangle will be equal to 60. 120 divided by 2 will give us 60. So the value of triangle we have calculated as 60. Now let's take a look at second. We can take a look at second row also. Two triangles, one diamond and one square is given as 300. This, because we are counting in row wise form, horizontally we are counting, so we will take these this sum. So it is given two triangles plus a diamond plus a square is equal to 300. Let me just separate this thing out like this. So we know the value of two triangles. We have calculated here also, so we can write two triangles, or we know the single value for triangle is 60. So two triangles will be equal to 120 plus diamond we know 100 and square we have to calculate, and this is equal to 300. So the value for square will be equal to 300 minus 120 plus 100 is 220. We'll subtract from 300. We'll get the value of square as 80. So this is the value for square. So square value we got now 80. Now we have to calculate just one more value for the circle. So how do we calculate circle? Let's see column number 3. If you go by column number 3, it is given that square plus diamond plus circle is equal to 250. Because we are going vertically, so we'll take this value. So this is equal to 250. And now if we take the value of square as 80, because we have calculated it before, it is 80. Diamond we know the value, this is 100, and for circle we have to calculate the value, and this is equal to 250. So for circle we'll get 250 minus 80 plus 100 is 180. So 250 minus 180 will get the value as 70. So value of circle is 70. So here we can write the value as 70. So these are all the values. As for circle we are getting 70, for triangle we are getting 60, for square we are getting 80, and for diamond shape we are getting as 100. And this will be the answer for this question. That's all the questions for the day. I hope you like the content. If you have any doubts, you can post it in the comment section and I will answer the question as soon as possible. If you are liking our content, do subscribe our channel and share the video with other friends also, so that they can also learn new things. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.